What is good, folks? All Things Country here, and I run a small prospecting and treasure hunting channel right here on YouTube. My channel just recently got monetized, and it was somewhat of a complicated process. And today I'm going to take you through that process. Now, the reason that I'm making this video is because whenever I was jumping through these hoops to get monetized, I didn't know what I was going to have to do. I looked on YouTube for a suitable video, one that kind of told me what the steps would be, and I couldn't find anything. So I figured, hey, why not make one myself? Hopefully that you guys find this informative. If you do, please consider liking the video and hitting that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Alright, so as of 2023, YouTube split monetization into two stages. Stage 1 requires what you see right here. So that is 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts views. Shorts views do not count towards your watch hours, and we're going to talk a little bit about that later, and we're going to talk about what comes with stage 1 versus stage 2. But there you go. That is the stage 1 requirements. Once you get those filled, you can be monetized. Alright, so I guarantee that if you're interested in monetizing your channel, you've already been in your YouTube dashboard, gone to your Earn tab, and hit the Get Notified button that tells you when you've reached that 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. Well, when you get it, that button is going to turn into an Apply button. And when you hit that Apply button, it's going to take a little while for YouTube to vet your channel, not very long, and you're going to get an email that looks just like this one. Well, except for the All Things Country part, of course. That email welcomes you into the YouTube Partner Program. Congratulations, you can now make money off your YouTube channel. So, at stage 1, you may be asking, what kind of money can I make and where can I make that money? So stage 1 opens a few things. It opens a super thanks that your people that watch your videos can hit a super thanks, send you some money. If you do live streaming, it opens super chats and super stickers. Likewise, people can send you money, and you get to keep some of that money for yourself, for your hard work. It also allows you to have memberships. Memberships allow people to join your channel at certain price tiers set by you, and you can set what your perks are. On top of that, you can also link a merch store to the bottom of your channel that allows you to sell t-shirts, mugs, caps, whatever you want, as long as that merch is approved by YouTube, which we'll talk about later. Alright, so you've hit stage 1 monetization. That's awesome. You've got your memberships, your super chats, your super thanks, all that great stuff. Now you want to get to stage 2, or full monetization. Originally, that's the only type of monetization that YouTube had. So what stage 2 gives you now, it gives you everything you have stage 1, plus they run ads on your videos, and you get paid also for shorts views. So here's the requirements to get to stage 2. It's 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. Again, that's what it used to be before YouTube changed it to two-stage monetization in 2023. Alright, so beep, 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 back the truck up, All Things Country. You guys don't want to know what the requirements are, because you're probably already looking at them. But you want to know how to get those hours. Well, I'm not here to tell you how to make good content that people want to watch to get watch hours. What I can tell you, however, is what counts and what doesn't. So what counts? Long form videos, live streams, those are what counts. Short videos do not count towards your watch hours. Now, there is a way to get paid for your shorts, and you will get paid for your shorts later on after you reach stage 2, but we'll talk about that later. Also, YouTube scrubs some of your watch hours. I see this a lot, people complaining that they lost some watch hours. You cannot watch your own videos and get watch hours for that. That's something that YouTube's going to scrub. They've also got bots that look for other sources of cheating the system, so to speak. Let's not get into that, but just know that they're there, and you've got to earn your watch hours the straightforward and honest way. Okay, so let's talk about where your YouTube watch hours come from. So here's a copy of my current analytics tab, which says that I've got 4,000 watch hours. Well, maybe I do, but as far as monetization is concerned, I don't. So to find your actual watch hours, you're going to have to go to your Earn tab. Let's head there now. Okay, so here's my Earn tab. You can see underneath eligibility that I'm showing data as of August 5th.
It's actually August 12th as I'm recording this, so YouTube is typically about 6-7 days behind in vetting your hours. And what does vetting mean? It's removing any shorts hours, and it's removing any illegitimate hours. So maybe hours that I spent watching my own videos, which I think all of us do at some point or another. And it's ensuring that those hours are true hours from other viewers that are on your channel watching your stuff. Now, that being said, that is where your watch hours come from. This is where you want to look to see how you're accumulating your hours and making sure that you're on the right track. So when you get those hours, what do you have to do to qualify for monetization, and what are the steps you got to go through? Let's get into that.
All right, so now it's time for the meat and potatoes, and this is the stuff that drove me nuts. I have very little negative things to say about YouTube, but let me tell you, if there's one negative that I have, it's the process. It's how long it takes from the time that you're entered into the partner program for you to actually get your money, and what that process is in between. It is, in my opinion, absolutely terrible. I'm going to walk you guys through it, so even if you're not monetized, you'll know what to expect should you get there.
All right, so step one is you're going to want to open a Google AdSense account. Now, this didn't happen to me, but if you have multiple AdSense accounts tied to your channel, it can make things complicated and it can delay your payment. So what you're going to want to do, if possible, is wait until you're ready to get monetized, and they will flag you in your Earn tab to open that AdSense account. You click Get Started and go from there, and that's automatically going to tie that one AdSense account to your channel, and you won't have to worry about having multiples. Okay, so here's a screenshot of my earnings tab. Now, you're going to want to pay attention to the items that are highlighted in red here. What that is it's telling you what your next step is towards getting paid. So if you haven't opened your AdSense account, this is where you're going to go, and you're going to click to Get Started. It'll take you to AdSense, and you do it from there, and that's automatically going to tie that AdSense account to your YouTube page, which is awesome. It works for everything. All of these next steps that we're about to go through, the hoops that you're going to have to jump through as well, they are all going to appear here, and as long as you keep following them, you'll get to that finish line. Step 2 is very simple. Takes a couple of minutes. All you have to do is verify that you are you. So what it's going to ask you to do, scan a picture or take a picture of your driver's license, your passport, a valid form of identification. You upload that, and as soon as you've uploaded that, it takes a few minutes, and you'll be able to proceed to the next step. Step 3 takes a little bit of time. It's somewhat annoying, to be honest with you. You're going to have to verify your address, and there's only one way to do that. You type your address in, and Google AdSense is going to send you one of these letters in the mail, the old-fashioned snail mail. When you get that letter, you open it up, and inside is going to be a PIN code. You type that PIN code into the AdSense, and it's going to validate your address, and you're good to go. But it could take a week and a half, 2 weeks, depending on what country you live in, maybe even more. It did say up to 3 weeks when I started this step. Okay, so now we're on to step 4, which is probably the most difficult step. You have to make $100. In other words, YouTube has to owe you $100 before you get paid. So how you get paid, obviously I mentioned earlier in stage 1, it's memberships, super chats, and super thanks. In stage 2, watch hours and advertisements run on your video. Also, you get paid for shorts views. The way shorts views work is YouTube has a pool of money for its shorts creators, and however many hours people spent watching your shorts is how much of that pool YouTube sends to you. Worthy of note also, payments for your merch sales come directly from your merch vendor. They do not count towards that $100. Okay, so we mentioned fees. Here's a good breakdown of how fees work. You get a $100 super chat, which would be a pretty wicked awesome super chat, but I'm just going to use $100 because it makes the numbers really simple. If that user sent that $100 on an Apple device, so an iPhone or a MacBook, something like that, Apple is going to take a 15% bite out of that $100. You notice their logo is an apple with a bite out of it? I think that's why. That being said, if someone buys a membership with an Apple device, the first month they take 30%, and every month after that it renews, they take 15%. Apple fees are pretty steep. If you're somebody that wants to give a creator a super chat or a super thanks or join a membership, I'd suggest going onto a PC or using a Google or Android device so you don't hit them with those fees. Also, after that's done, YouTube takes their cut. YouTube takes 30% of what's left. So out of that $100, if that person used an Apple device and then YouTube took their 30%, you'd end up with $59.50 in your pocket, which is pretty cool still, but the fees are pretty steep, so you should really expect that you're not going to get that $100 when you receive that super chat. Okay, so step 5, we're getting down to the nitty-grits. We're almost done here. You have to provide your payment details. They won't even ask you for this until they owe you at least $100. So all you have to do is you enter your banking information, and Google will send you a micro deposit. That micro deposit will be between 10 and 35 cents. You go into your bank account, you find that deposit, you see how much it is, and then you enter that into AdSense and make sure that your number matches up with Google's number. And there you go, your bank account is verified. Keep in mind they only do this during weekdays, and most banks only make the deposits during weekdays. So if you do this on a Friday night or a Saturday morning, it's going to take a couple of days for that micro deposit to show up so that you can verify it. And here we are, we're at the final step before getting paid. You have to verify your tax information. It's actually really not all that difficult. I went through it, it took me about 5 minutes and the whole thing was done. In fact, most of this whole process is not difficult. It's no different than getting a job at a regular employer and providing them all your banking info and your address and your tax info so that you can get paid. My only gripe with the whole thing is they only let you do one thing at a time. In other words, if while you're waiting to verify your address, you can't give them your banking information, you can't update your tax info, you can't do any of that stuff. You can only do one step at a time, which really makes the process drawn out. That being said, it's simple. You've only got to do it once, and when you're done, you're set.
All right, so hopefully some of you guys found this video informative. Hopefully it clears a few things up. And most importantly, what I wanted to put this video out for is so that you guys could be prepared on your YouTube channels when you're seeking that monetization goal. Have all your ducks in a row and be ready for what's coming your way. That being said, once all that stuff is done, your hoops are jumped through, it's fairly easy. I will, thumbs up to YouTube. It's all in one spot. It makes it very easy once it's all set up. The setup is really the hardest part. I really want to wish each and every one of you guys out there, you small-time creators like myself, the best of luck. It's very rewarding, and just remember what you got into this for, and that's having fun, making content, and sharing your adventures with others. Cheers! Hope to see you guys around my channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.
And a huge thanks to our legendary channel members. Thanks so much, guys. All of our channel members get entries towards the Big Nugget Draw.